Lincoln High School and a member of this year's student ambassador team. It is my great pleasure to introduce the one and only Bobby Carpenter. He is a former All-American football linebacker. He was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the first round of the 2006 NFL Draft, after playing college football for the Ohio State University. Carpenter has also played for the St. Louis Rams, Miami Dolphins, Detroit Lions, and New England Patriots. Carpenter attended Lancaster High School in Lancaster, Ohio. In addition to being a football standout, he was also a member of the swim team. During his senior year, he was selected as All-Ohio First Team for football and also went to the district finals in swimming. You'll be impressed by his inspiring message and his talent. Please join me in welcoming Bobby Carpenter.
Jonathan, thank you for that kind introduction. For those of you that don't know, Jonathan attends Gahanna High School, and being that I'm from Lancaster, they're in our division. It's a team that I played every year, and they have a nice little matchup with my father's team this weekend, so I'd like to wish them good luck on every single game. They're coming up this Friday. Sitting here, and when I thought I was going to get a chance to speak to a bunch of high school juniors and seniors, I got pretty excited because it's always a great opportunity, I think, to be able to give back. And it's something that I learned from Coach Tress. I attended Lancaster High School, which is 30 minutes from here. And played a variety of sports down there. It's something I think that's very impactful because society today is void of leaders. And your leadership is, I think a little bit of leadership is born, it's an inherent trait. But I think even more so than that, a lot of it is developed. And it's developed by purposeful action every day, making every day a purposeful day, setting goals, having dreams, and trying to achieve those. And being that I'm from Central Ohio, I grew up here, spent the vast majority of my life in this island. I love this state, and I love giving back, and I love this community. And there's two things you can't control in your life. You can't control your families, you can't control where you're from. I'll tell you this, I'm very proud to be from the state of Ohio. I think it's one of the greatest states in the country. I'm very proud to be here speaking to you today because I think that Ohio provides great leaders, it provides great opportunities for young men and women to further their career, whatever it is they want to do. And I'm going to sit here and talk a little bit about the leadership, talk about Purposeful Day, and talk a little bit about the grind. But to me, everybody has a different definition of leadership and what exactly that is. And I think as you get older, it kind of changes. It winds through this little river of what you think it may be. And when you're young, it may be being the most popular kid in school. When you're older, maybe it's doing what's right, each and every day. But to me, I think the most important part about leadership is being yourself. And you got to be true to who you are. And you see people who try to go out and they try to lead from things that they've seen and people they've witnessed. And it may not be inside their wheelhouse, or it may not be exactly what their personality is. And that's very tough because you can't, people are very intelligent in this world. They're going to see through things. They're going to see if you're trying to be something that you're not. So to me, the definition of leadership is simply being the best version of yourself each and every day. It's that consistency piece, that consistency factor that's going to allow you to have success in this world. And that's what separates good leaders from bad leaders, good people from great people, and those that achieve the highest levels of success. It's not all that hard to be great every once in a while, but it's really difficult to be great every day. And growing up, my dad, he's the high school coach at Lancaster right now. He's been coaching there for 18 years. That's his alma mater, that's where he's from. It's where I'm from. My mom is from there as well. She's a high school swim coach for 5-6 years. I've been doing that and the coaches club team. I come from a family of coaches. Good, bad, and different. And that was my life. I have 3 younger brothers, and each and every day was probably a coaching lesson from one of them. And whatever was happening in our house, they were going to make sure that we tried to learn something from it, that we took something from that experience. And both of my parents are first-generation college students. They had to work for everything they had. So they were going to try to instill that upon us. They were going to try to find a way to make sure that we were the best version of ourselves. That we were going to be able to slide through and just use maybe some of our inherent natural abilities that we were born with. we're going to try to push those to the max. Try to be the best we can be each and every day. And it's hard. It's hard to be the best you want to be each and every day. But I think a lot of that starts with setting goals, and trying to have purpose, and trying to figure out what it is you want to do. You're having a passion about something. You heard Clay talk about it, and I guarantee you most people who are over the age of 30 are going to sit here and tell you and try to find your passion in life, whatever it may be. Find something that you really want to do. Because if you're passionate about it, you're going to put everything you have into it, and you're going to try to be the best at it. It's going to be a lot easier. Because it's hard. The older you get, the harder it is. I know you guys are going to go back today. You're probably going to finish up school if you're close. You're going to finish out the rest of the week. And probably you're going to start counting down to Thanksgiving on Monday. Figuring out when you get those nice 2 days off to be able to relax and enjoy some time. That's fine. That's all well and good. But those days from now until then, let's not try to waste them. Not just let them fly up into the air and disappear. Let's find a way to use them to the best of their ability. Try to make sure that you're getting something out of them each and every day. That's something that my parents instilled upon me. There's going to be adversities in your life. There's going to be things that are going to happen. Not every day is going to be your best day. You're going to wake up every day, feel great, feel like you have control of the world. There's going to be days waking up where maybe you're a little sick, maybe you're a little tired, maybe you have a test that you realize that you forgot about until that morning when you're sitting there putting on your clothes, and you're going to try to find a way to get that done. But you're always going to have some sort of obstacles in your life, something that you haven't prepared for, and something that you haven't planned on. Those things are going to occur. They're going to be real. They're going to happen to you from now until the day that you die. I promise you that. There's no more sure thing in life than the fact that unprepared things are going to happen to you, and you're going to have to figure out a way to deal with them. How do you do that? How do you figure it out? How do you make sure that each day that you're going to go back and you wake up and it seems the same? In high school, you go to first period. The first period class is probably the same every day, or almost. Second, third, fourth, and you just kind of grind through it. And how do you take advantage of it? Something that Clay touched on, Urban Meyer being here. And I played for Jim Tressel, and he taught me a lot of wonderful things. And being a part of Ohio State, Urban Meyer has allowed a lot of his former players to come back, be around the program. And I love listening to him and speaking because I love guys who have reached the top. They've reached the pinnacle or the summit of their profession. And how did they get there? What did they tell people? What have they done? How have they gotten here? So I like to sit here and embrace and kind of listen to him. One thing he always talks about is the grind. And it was something that we talked about in the NFL because just like you think every day is the same for you now, whether maybe you have a game, a test, there's practices, whatever it is, they just kind of snowball. Each and every day you wake up and it kind of feels like the same thing over and over again. We call that the grind. And I don't care whether you're doing something that's glamorous. I got to live my dream for a long time. I was 29 years old before I was maybe 30. I don't even remember. I'm 32 now. It's been quite a while, but a couple of years. But I got to play football until I was 29 years old. They paid me to do it. It was a dream of mine that I was able to achieve and work at and do an unbelievable thing. I'll tell you this, just like anything else, anything that you're doing is going to get old. No matter if it's the best thing you've ever done in your life, if you do it each and every day for a long time, it's going to get old. It's going to start to wear down on you. That, my friends, becomes the grind. And when you're doing that and you're in the middle of it, sometimes you forget. You forget how great it is you have it. You forget exactly what you're working for, what you're doing, why you're there, because each and every day seems the same. And instead of trying to thrive each day, you try to survive. You try to figure out how I can get through this day. When you wake up in the morning, there are times during training camp in the NFL where you look at your schedule the night before you go to bed. I'd wake up in the morning, I look at that schedule again, and I think, when is the next time that I'm going to be able to lay down in this bed? I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm beat up, and I've probably got another 2 weeks of this. It's going to be hard. That's your human nature. That's what you want to fall into, is your survival mode. And how do you make that count? How do you make that day count so that you're getting a little bit better? The grind, working on your craft, whatever it may be, whatever it is you're doing, try to get a little bit better at it. And they put up slideshows each week in the Woody Hayes to try to make sure that everybody's always on point with what's going on. Because each game, it's just a different opponent. They wear different colors. You get a scouting report. It's like anything else. And you go through it, you prepare, play a game. Prepare, play a game. Study, 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 test. Study, 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 test. That's all it is. It's the same thing in life. You're going to continue to get that. One day, hopefully everyone in here will have a real job and be a productive tax-paying member of society. So that guys like Clay and myself, when we get old, we can sit around and collect Social Security checks from the money that you're pushing into the economy. That's the ultimate dream. And anybody in here that's probably over 40 or 50 years old is thinking that same thing. Hopefully we've educated everyone in here enough that one day you'll go to a job and we'll be able to push you out of the nest. You'll get a job, you'll show up every day to go to work, you'll do a great job there, and you'll pay taxes. You'll be able to help the economy, help everybody out, and that'll be a great thing. So that's what it is. But, they call it the grind. And on this slideshow they put up, it was a great definition. And it said the grind. You can't cheat the grind. It knows how much you've invested, and it won't give you anything you haven't worked for. That is what the grind is. You get caught up in it, and you think that you're doing something each and every day. You think that by going there and just showing up, by going up and just sitting in class, by walking out to practice, just showing up, putting your uniform on, whatever it may be, and just being there, you're doing something. Never confuse activity with achievement. Sitting there watching TV mindlessly, you're not doing anything. Maybe passing time, but you're not doing anything. That's the same thing as if you're not engaged in the activity that you're doing that day, whatever it may be. You've got to figure out how to engage yourself. You've got to work at your craft. In my rookie year, I was having a situation similar to that. I was in training camp, I was tired, things were just grinding along, and thinking, you know what, let me just get through today, let me just figure it out. There was an older gentleman there by the name of Greg Ellis, who was a veteran. He was an old man. He was 32 years old to me.